Hi there. Today I want to talk to you about activity, and specifically activity that you do that's not in the studio at Unique Results. Now, there are 168 hours in the week, and even if you came in here 1 hour every single day, that would still leave 161 hours where you weren't here exercising. So it stands to reason that what you do every week outside of here is actually far more impactful and important than what you actually do here. Which leads me on to NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Now, what does that actually mean? It basically means fidgeting and moving around and the kind of movement and activity that we do in our everyday life, which is not specifically related to exercise. So walking from A to B, doing the shopping, gardening, picking kids up, tidying up around the house, doing the washing up, tidying out the garage, cleaning the car, all of that sort of thing. So non-exercise activity thermogenesis is a big weapon around calorie burning, movement, and becoming more active in your everyday life. The second thing I want to talk to you about is really a part of NEAT, but it's specifically walking, and it's trying to get your steps up every single day. So you walk more, and therefore you're going to be working your low-level kind of aerobic system, burning calories, working your heart, your lungs, your circulation more regularly throughout the week. Now, how many steps do you need to do? There's this number that everyone talks about, which is 10,000, which in all honesty is just plucked out of the air. But if you can just start walking more than you currently do, that's going to be a massive bonus. First of all, you need a way to track how much you walk. Maybe a pedometer, an Apple Watch, a Polar Watch, or an app on your phone. If you're currently walking 2,000 steps a day, try and get that to 3,000. When you're comfortable with 3,000, try and get that to 4,000. And just increase your activity as much as you can. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you on this video are 4 specific exercises that you can do every single day, multiple times a day, or whenever you feel like it, at home or in the garden or even at work, or when you're on holiday, so that you don't necessarily have to come here to exercise. But remember, exercise is accumulative. So the more you do these small things like the NEAT, like the walking, and like these 4 exercises I'm going to show you today, the better your results will be in the long term. So here we go. We're going to move on to the first exercise right now. Okay, the first exercise is kind of an exercise, but also kind of a mobility, in terms of a mobility drill that's going to get you moving and get you feeling better. That's why I'm doing this first, okay? Now, the first thing you want to be aware of is you need a sort of a semi-soft surface or something you're comfortable kneeling on. So maybe a carpet or a small mat, or if you're outside, grass will be fine. You're going to come down into an all-fours position. So your hands are going to be directly under your shoulders and your knees are going to be directly under your hips. You're going to tuck your toes under, and all we're going to do here is rock our hips back towards our heels and then rock forwards. So we're moving here, we're mobilizing through the toes because our toes are tucked, our ankles, our knees and our hips, and then also I'm trying to load my wrists as much as possible here. So my shoulders are coming forwards of the wrists while keeping my palms on the floor. A nice straightforward, gentle rocking motion on the floor. And you can do this just for 30 seconds or maybe 20 repetitions, something like that to get you started. The second variation of this, which you can do if that feels, once that gets quite comfortable and quite easy, just tuck the toes, lift the knees off the floor just an inch or 2, and then again, just bring yourself into this position, just to add a degree of more challenge and just to load everything a little bit more and to give yourself a little bit more challenge through the core and through your body. This next exercise is called the push-up position plank, and you will have already done this as part of your 1, 2, 3, 4 assessment near the start of the Foundations program. Now, we try and get everyone to build up to being able to do this for 2 minutes, and that's a good place to start. You don't need to keep going for 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. But if when you first try this, you can only do it for 15 seconds or 30 seconds, 2 minutes is a really good target to have. So what you're going to do is take your hands onto the floor directly underneath your shoulders, palms flat and your fingers spread. And you're going to take one leg back and then you're going to bring the other foot back to join it. And you're going to squeeze your legs together, squeeze your heels together, squeeze your bum tight and push the floor away so I'm kind of active through my shoulders. And I'm looking just in front of myself at the floor and my body is nice and still. And all I do is hold that there as a plank. And again, when you can do this for 2 minutes, I'd use this as part of a mini circuit with the 6-point rocks, probably 30 seconds at a time, just holding this nice and strong. This exercise is called a squat, and we're going to do it as a sit to stand. You can do it without something behind you, but to begin with, I'd certainly recommend having something there just for a bit of safety, security, and just to give you the peace of mind that you're not going to fall backwards. Now, we all sit down and stand up many times a day, but we're going to try and do this and use it as an exercise by putting a number of repetitions together into a set or part of a small circuit using the other exercises in this video. As you squat back and sit, bring your hands forwards to act as a counterbalance and then stand up. I know many times people stand up from a chair and lean on the legs to stand. What we want to do is make sure we're really using the muscles from our waist down to power us out of the sit, okay? So we're just going to sit and stand. You can take your weight onto the bench or the chair or whatever's behind you, but I want you to try and maintain some tension and don't fully sit and just relax and then stand up. I want you to kind of sit with intention and then stand up. And at the top, extend your knees, squeeze your bum so you're nice and upright and work here. Now you can start with sets of 10 or 15 or build up to 20 or do this exercise just for 30 seconds and then build it into a circuit with the other 3 exercises on this video. This next exercise is called the pump. So we get into a very similar position that we did for the push-up position plank. We're going to come down onto our hands, but this time I'm going to tuck my toes and push my hips up towards the ceiling and push my heels towards the floor and look between my legs. I'm then going to take my hands slightly further forwards and bring my hips down and squeeze my glutes really tight. My shoulders are down and my head is up. Squeezing my bum tight here, I then push up and push back into this position. Come forwards, hips down, squeeze tight, shoulders down, chest up, push up. Here, push the heels towards the floor, chest towards the thighs, look between the legs. Come back here, squeeze the glutes, shoulders down, hips up and down. And I do that exercise again for probably 10 repetitions or 30 seconds and use it as part of a circuit with the other 3. So, I look forward to seeing you very soon at the studio. Remember, your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, your walking, getting your steps up, and incorporate these 4 simple exercises as often as you can into your day and into your week. Take care and I'll see you soon.